Hello?
Hey, it's Kenny. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. Sorry about that. I just finished an interview just moments ago, and I see you just called a few minutes early.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't sure if there was if I'd be on hold or not, but
Yeah, I just finished, so you have great timing. Thank you for being on.
not a problem. Thank you for having me.
All right, how did your wrestling career got started?
How did my career get started? Well, back in January of 2011, I replied to a Kijiji ad for a ring announcer for Classic Championship Wrestling, so that's sort of how I got my foot in the door. I started off ring announcing. I also did valeting, and then eventually I started to train to wrestle. And then I won that contest, the essay contest with Edge, and I started training at Squared Circle on a regular basis.
Do you remember the first wrestling match you ever had, and if so, who was your opponent and what company was it for?
Sorry, my best match?
What was your first match?
Oh, my first match. Sorry. It was with Classic Championship Wrestling, and it was against Cherry Bomb, and that was September 10th in 2011.
And when you had that match, or prior to the match for that matter, did you got any nervous? Was it jitters or any
Oh
nerves?
yeah. Yes, I was very nervous because all of my family and friends were also attending, and I have never been so nervous before. So it was also the adrenaline too. So it was a lot of fun though.
When that match was all said and done, how did you feel that you performed? Did you feel like you performed good given the circumstances that it was your first match?
I think I performed pretty well. I actually hit my Flying Dutchman the very first match, so I was excited about that because I wasn't sure if I was going to hit it or not, but I did, so I was pretty pumped up about that. And just having the support of my family and friends, they made me feel like I was $1,000,000 that day, so it was great.
Who do you consider as your influences in your wrestling career?
My influences, I definitely say Cody Deaner has really influenced the way that I work right now. I do find when I am a heel, I steal a lot of his tactics that I've learned. And also when I am a face, there's a lot of little things that he does that I find myself doing now as well. I really look up to him, as well as Sean Spears and obviously Adam Copeland too. I like to watch a lot of Edge's matches and try to pick up things here and there that I can put into my matches.
Again, I'm joined with Leah Von Dutch right here on Triple Threat Wrestling Radio. Thank you everyone for listening. Um, from For what I've heard, you're going to be making your Magnificent Ladies Wrestling debut, and which is a custom wrestling website. Talk a little bit about that.
Yes, I'm pretty excited about it. Actually, when I first agreed to it, I didn't know too much about it, but what it is so the fans they can pay MLW for a match, and they can pick whichever lady wrestlers they want. So whoever is coming in that month, they can pick the match, the type of match, who they want to wrestle, how long it should be, and the outcome of the match. And then you get it. You can either get like a private match, or you can split the cost with other fans, and then other people can watch the match as well. And that's pretty much what the customs is, and this is my very first custom, so I'm pretty excited about it. I'm interested to see how it's going to be working, not in front of a live audience. I think that might be the most challenging part, but I'm excited for this new opportunity.
What I like about Magnificent Ladies Wrestling is like they give the fans what they want. they put it in your hands, the fans' hands. They let you determine who faces who, what the storyline's gonna be, what the outcome's gonna be, and I feel like all of us wrestling fans, we always wonder, if I could book a match, I mean, this what it would look like. So for people like Magnificent Ladies Wrestling to give fans that opportunity, that's very cool. So if you want to book Leah a match, and you know you want to, go
Yes.
to go to magnificentladieswrestling.com and check out the other talented female wrestlers that will be included, and give this woman some matches. It's her first time. Give her some multiple matches, not just one, multiple. Let's make it
I
happen.
agree.
So, who do you like? What do you like the most of being a wrestler? Do you like traveling? Do you like the fan interaction, hanging out with your peers in the locker room? What do you like the most of being a wrestler?
I would definitely say it would be my favorite part of an entire day will be during intermission when I do get to interact with the fans and when I get to see kids and when people tell me that, oh, I was really excited that a female can wrestle, and I just love interacting with the fans and trying to be an inspiration, and when I make somebody smile or if I'm the heel and I make them hate me for the day, that's what I love doing. If there's no fans, there's no point of wrestling. That's the number one thing that I love.
Do you have any upcoming matches, upcoming shows that you'd like to promote?
I do. It's actually, I believe it's the last one before Christmas that I'm really in besides MLW, the custom matches. I am working for Fight in Toronto this Sunday coming up. So I'm pretty excited about that because that will be my wrestling debut there.
All right, everybody check her out, and no matter where you are, where you from, go out and support Indy Pro Wrestling at a city near you. They are the backbone of professional wrestling, and just show your support. There's more to watch. There's more in wrestling than the TNAs and the Ring of Honors and the WWEs. In order for these big stars to get to where they are, they got to get to the indie scene. So go support your local indie pro wrestling, no matter where you're from. Even you're in Canada, which they have a lot of great wrestlers and a lot of great background and everything. And considering that you live in Canada, there's a lot of great wrestlers out there, like the Edge you mentioned, Trish Stratus, the Hart family, the whole Hart family for that matter. How do you feel about the state of the country of Canada and the develop that they have had with all the wrestlers throughout the years?
Well, I think that us Canadians, I think Canada produces some pretty great wrestlers, and I hope to one day be on that list when you're mentioning Trish Stratus and Edge. I hope Leah Von Dutch is in that list too sometime.
Oh, I definitely would like to see you on one of those big leagues someday. I have seen some of your matches on YouTube, and I like what I see. You got a new fan in me, Miss Dutch.
Yay, I love my new fans.
So, what are some goals you like to set for yourself? Is it obviously a lot of people's goals will like to be in the big league someday, but is that something you see yourself doing?
Yes, for sure. I do have smaller goals too. Like, I would eventually like to work for Ring of Honor, but my ultimate goal is to work for the WWE.
And you know how people have had mixed feelings towards the Divas division these days, and the quote-unquote models that they sign and think they can turn into wrestlers. I mean, work with Trish Stratus, she had a great career, but after Trish, it's like no one can duplicate what she did. How do you feel about WWE and how they have looks like they get more caught up into signing models rather than actual wrestlers.
Well, I do think that's unfortunate that they do look for the models. However, like you did say, Trish Stratus, she was a fitness model, and when she started out, it was during the whole puppies and all of that. It was all about the puppies, and she only had a few minutes to prove what she had in the ring, but she did, and eventually she got more time on TV. I think that you have to work with what you're given. You have to try to develop a character, even if it's only in a 1 or 2 minute period. And then eventually, hopefully, the fans will catch on to your character and onto the storyline, and perhaps the WWE would give you a bit more of a time to develop that character. Just because, like Trish and Lita, they didn't start off with a lot of time, but they worked towards it. I think there's always room for improvement. Just because they are models, it doesn't, I don't know. Of course, a lot of them aren't the greatest wrestlers, but I think they should sign some other indie wrestlers that can start to train them, that can help them improve, and just improve the women's division as much as it possibly can. I want to see the WWE's women's division take off someday, and obviously I believe that is going to happen. Otherwise, I wouldn't want to eventually make it there. So,
Well, I do have high hopes for the Divas division now that they've obviously signed a wrestler that you're no stranger with. You had a match with her before, Sarah Del Rey. She signed a developmental deal. They also signed another wrestler named Mercedes and Buggy Nova and one of the Night Sisters. All of them will be at the Florida Championship Wrestling NXT. So hopefully those ladies can get their opportunities and maybe make the Divas division and their matches worth watching.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like, I was really excited to see Tamina back on TV on Raw, so hopefully she'll get a chance to. Like AJ, she was also an indie wrestler. There's Emma, there's Paige. So they have a few good girls, so hopefully I think they're working towards the right direction anyways.
Oh, I'm definitely happy to see Tamina get an opportunity, especially the match that she had with Beth Phoenix at Elimination Chamber early this year. I think that was probably the best Diva match all year that they had, and it came with Tamina. Now, Beth Phoenix is no longer there, but hopefully with her reemergence, she'll definitely get an opportunity. And if I'm Eve Torres, I'll watch out. That's all I got to say. What would your advice be to anyone out there that wants to pursue their career as a wrestler? What would your advice be?
It's not as easy as it looks, so you're going to have to train really hard. Don't give up and listen to the veterans. They've been there. Just keep your ears open and try to take in as much advice as you can. Always ask people how they thought your match was, and don't get upset about constructive criticism.
All I know is I may not be a wrestler, but what I do know that if you want to be in the wrestling business, you gotta have thick skin. You can't let the skepticism get to you. You just gotta have to pull through it, and hopefully people will respect those that really gives it all they have. Do you ever have problem with what people say and how they critique you or anything like that?
Well, before I started wrestling, I was a very, very, very sensitive person, but now I let things roll off my back. If somebody doesn't have anything nice to say about me, I might be upset for 2 or 3 minutes, but after that I just kind of laugh it off. So I always just try to stay positive. I don't tend to read too much into anything on the internet, so Yeah, you have to have a thick skin, that's for sure.
And I think if there's one group of people you don't want to talk smack about, it's professional wrestlers. I mean, they are trained, they are athletes. They do actually punch you and kick you, and you will get hurt. So maybe
Yeah.
the quote unquote critics and naysayers should think that before you go on Twitter. And I guess it's easy to talk when you're behind that keyboard, and when the person is not in front of you. It's easy for them to talk. It's easy for them
Oh
to.
yes, I've had lots of well, not lots, but I've had a couple of fans who would well, not my fans, but wrestling fans who would talk smack about me, and then I would see them at a show and they'd be asking for my autograph. So that's when you just kind of chuckle to yourself and realize that I don't think that they really meant what they were saying.
I guess that's their way of swallowing their pride and saying, "Wow, you're the real deal. I got nothing but respect for you." You know.
Yeah, well, you have to earn the fans' respect, and since I am so new in the business, it's going to take some time to earn everyone's respect. So I just have to keep doing my own thing until they decide they respect me.
Um, where can people go to get in touch with you, social media wise? Facebook, Twitter. Why don't you go ahead and
Yeah,
promote your links?
you can add me on Facebook, Leah Von Dutch. I will add you, or I'll accept you, and you can also add me on Twitter, and that's at Leah Von Dutch as well. So I should be easy to find.
And if you're especially in the Canadian area, go check her out. Again, magnificentladieswrestling.com. She'll make her debut on December 1st. Make sure
Hmm.
you book her as much matches as possible. I know they have a limit, like 25, 30 matches limit, and congratulations to Magnificent Ladies Wrestling, by the way. They are closing in to 1,000 matches, and
Woohoo!
they've been around since. I mean, how cool would that be if you were the 1,000 match? That would be awesome.
I I think it would be pretty cool if my first match was their 1,000th match.
Oh,
If that makes sense.
that even better. That's even better. Um, well, Leah, it is great talking to you. You are such a sweetheart, and I wish you so much success. And I would love to interview you again in the future. But continue success, and I know that I think you already had Thanksgiving already. But
Yes.
yeah, America's Thanksgiving's coming up, but I don't know if you're gonna celebrate Americans or not. But if you are, I wish you, I don't know, second Thanksgiving.
Well, maybe I'll eat turkey now that you said that.
Sounds good. Thank you for your time, Leah, and you have a good night.
Thank you. You too.
All right, bye bye.
Bye.
That's my last guest of the evening, Leah